and a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. What a gorgeous nighttime view from high above the city of Atlanta. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. In this game, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Miami Heat. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Adebayo.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Erik Spoelstra is the longest tenured coach in Heat franchise history. During that time, league-wide, there have been more than 100 coaching changes. Spoelstra said, "This profession is dynamic. I'm very grateful for this opportunity, so I do my best to grow and get better every year. I don't want to let them down." Kevin?
Great stuff, DA. Thank you. Two struggling teams with frustrated players. Brent, when you were playing, did you have any kind of trick for kind of getting out of that malaise, that trough?
Sometimes for individuals, you have things that you've gone to in the past, whether it was through your high school career or your collegiate career. The interesting thing about a team dynamic, Kevin, is how do you do it collectively? And so the best way is to try to find something that you can do to step away from the game, get your mind onto something else, try to normalize an experience throughout the year.
Like what? I mean, give me an example.
Well, maybe something where your team goes out to go see a movie together, or on the road, you go somewhere to a museum, or I know it sounds silly, but any time that you have that kind of away experience and you come back in, the perspective on the next game changes maybe just enough for you guys to recover.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Butler and Olynyk, the forward duo. Dragic is out there with Hero, and it's Adebayo in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Atlanta, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Turner is out there with Collins, and it's Jones in at the 5, roaming the paint. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Miami. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
Yeah, drawing fouls is tough, but the important part about that is when you get to the free throw line, you got to turn those into points, and it might have cost them in that last ball game, missing all those chippies.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
Two.
And that one misses.
One thing that the Heat have done really for the last 4 years, block shots.
Well, they've had some very athletic big men. You think of Hassan Whiteside, who's moved on to Portland, and now Bam Adebayo. Length on the wings, and of course Dwayne Wade being the best shot-blocking two-guard of all time. That's always helped their defense be scrappy and challenge a lot of shots.
Second free throw, no good.
And the leadership that Evan Turner offers up can be a huge...
Oh,
man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena.
And I tell you what, Butler is a physical dunker. I mean, he takes his craft seriously. I just love watching this guy take off.
Jones kicks to Turner. Back to Jones. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner.
That's an unselfish play. Evan Turner with eyes up and delivers.
Here's Hero. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Here's Dragic. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Turner passes to Herter. buried from 15 feet out.
Well, Herder's going to make you pay if you give him that much room.
The Heat have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Dragic kicks to Butler. With the floater, and that one good. Butler's got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Young's shot is off. The Heat have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Outside Dragic. Shot clock at 6. They shoot again. He lays it in.
Now, opposing coaches telling their defenders be more physical with Dragic. That time he took advantage and doesn't mind getting knocked around a bit in there.
Young finds Turner. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And coming from a background with player development for head coach Lloyd Pierce.
Well, I think he's great at just being a cheerleader and a confidence builder for this young team. I believe that to be a good fit here in Atlanta. He brings a great hands-on approach, and very, very important for him to think about player development as these young guys grow together.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. Long season, Brent, halfway through. Some teams try to create camaraderie with team dinners and team trips, and I would think that would help.
Well, that helps with your personal savings. You're not spending.
Absolutely,
You're not spending your per diem.
No per diem spend.
Well, there's a tremendous article that was written last year about what it is that Greg Popovich created in San Antonio. Funny thing, when that article came out about the Spurs dinner culture, I had people that were calling me up going, "You should read this," and I said, "Read it. I lived it." Are you kidding me? But absolutely, time like that, time where you have conversation, time in front of one another, where you learn about. Hopefully, you're learning about the vulnerabilities of your teammate, because in the end, that's what ends up making you stronger. So I think those kind of things help immensely.
Dragic's the pass to Hero, and again, it's the Heat missing. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They trail by 3. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Yeah, so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
Yeah, you want to respond in kind, but that last game, it was an effort that most of the time can get you a win. They ran into a tough opponent who was playing at a high level.
Turner dishes to Collins. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. From deep three-point range, they grab their own miss. And the basket by Jones.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Dragic the pass to Hero. Butler from outside. Rebound by the Hawks. Here's Turner. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Turner does a good job of just winding his way and burrowing to the rim, and a good job finishing down low.
Butler attacking, and the rejection by Collins. Pass to Herder. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Not settling for jump shots there as Herder gets his way on the drive.
For Miami, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Dragic the pass to Hero. Butler against Collins. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. Atlanta making some changes. Jabari Parker's checked in for Jones. Hunter comes in for Turner. And DeAndre Bembry's subbed in for Kevin Herter. Here's Adebayo. No good on the shot. Collins with some nice D. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Lenz checked in for the Hawks. Parker outside. Pass to Len. Parker outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Hunter. That 3 off the mark. Miami trailer. Now here's Winslow. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Over Parker. A nice shot by Winslow.
Pretty good pace on the pick and roll there from Winslow, jumping all over the defense when they give him the room to operate.
There's the pass to Bembry. That's tipped. Len kicks to Parker. Here's Bembry. He's guarded by Waiters. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Nunn passes to Leonard. Now here's Waiters. D right on him, and it goes down 2 points. And the Heat lead by 1.
This is Dion Waiters right here. He's just a guy who loves to take shots from anywhere on the floor. Don't be surprised with the next one.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Young outside. Here's Winslow. Count that one. And now a 3-point Miami lead.
Well, even though the D was breathing down his neck, and that's bad defensive position, Kevin, by the way, Winslow does a terrific job attacking on the drive.
Here's Parker, and it's blocked. Now Winslow. Pass to Waiters. To the wing right side. Here's Nunn. No good on the 3. Atlanta's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside.
Well, Bam at 6'10" might be a little bit undersized, but there's something in his activity on a nightly basis, Kevin, that feels like he plays bigger. Just a pogo stick, gets around, covers some ground laterally, does a great job of both protecting the rim and finishing strong.
Reddish, he's checked in for the Hawks. Leonard with the steal. Here's Nunn. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Winslow with it. 6 on the shot clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. Launches a 3, and that one is off. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. And with Adebayo and finishing plays, Brent, he is a terrific dunker.
No doubt. Guys are looking for him all over the rim, and you could throw it just about anywhere, and Bam is going to go up and just look for that. Bam right on you. Great energy, great athleticism, and continues to find ways in which he can make solid offensive contributions for the Heat.
Here's Reddish, and it's sent back by Leonard.
There's some good commitment from Myers Leonard on defense there. Gets his hands up and swats that one away.
.104 left here in the opening quarter. Parker kicks to Hunter. And here's Len. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
Nunn passes to Adebayo. Dishes it to Waiters. Pass to Nunn. 5 to shoot. Here's Adebayo. Over Reddish. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Heat lead by 3.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Unloads from 13. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Waiters. Doesn't go for him. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Heat lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court as well, possesses a unique individuality.
I worked extremely hard to get where I am today, so whenever you walk to my house, you see a really big, some may call it obnoxious, boombox aquarium, but I love music. I don't really watch too much TV. It's always music, so it's just another thing to remind me, continue to be who you are, just has fish inside of it.
A boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what stands out to you guys from the Heat in this one?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
On the court for the Heat, Waiters and Winslow are the wings. Myers-Leonard is out there with Adebayo, and it's none in at the point. And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Bembry the pass to Parker. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Now here's Winslow. He's got 6. Yes, that goes in. Winslow's got 8 points.
Astounding take by Winslow to get hit and get the finish.
And Atlanta calls their first timeout of the game. The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the hand checking.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before an illegal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled off in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league has gone.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
I got a stacking my breakfast. They was you trying to sign me. They do not have that amount yet. See, I come from a don't want the amount. Ordered up houses across from the sun. Fucking the food like the northern and southern. Because it's money in your mother's. Cause they under your covers. There's no one that covers. That's pointing at you. They running for cover. The losing gon' cover.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Damian Jones is checked in for Alex Len. John Collins comes in for Parker. Kevin Herter, he's checked in for Hunter. And it's Turner in for Benbury. Reddish kicks to Turner. To the paint, here's Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Dragic the pass to Butler. Turner against Dragic. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
Well, the D was present and put up a good fight, but ultimately Dragic with the KO.
Here's the floater. A second chance effort. The shot by Turner no good. The Heat leading by 3. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. To take a look at the Heat, it's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away. And of course, Atlanta, right on their heels and with their sights set on gaining ground.
And you know, right now for Atlanta, they're already looking to the offseason. And that's a shame. Their fans deserve a little bit more from this team.
And the body language right now kind of telling the story. Losing takes a huge toll on you, especially during an 82-game grind.
Count that bucket. Turner's got his second basket of the night.
This is where Turner impresses you with his strength, able to take a little bit of a hit before finishing.
Dragic the pass to Hero. Right side, Butler. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Dragic gets the bucket. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Outside Turner. Shoots from 12. And it's Miami with the rebound.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him. Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Tries again. Now here's Reddish, defended by Butler. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Reddish.
Now, the defense certainly wasn't bad, but they've got to be a little bit quicker on contesting the shot.
Down low. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And even with the shift from Budenholzer to Pierce, the Hawks continue to rely on the 3 as much as any team.
No doubt about it. I think the front office still accentuating the fact that they want to find some floor spacers after that 19th pick in John Collins, a guy that can rim run and protect the middle. They wanted to go after as much shooting as they possibly could.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
One of the better free throw shooting bigs in the NBA. The challenge for Leonard as he develops is to try to get to the line a few more times.
And the Hawks making a change here. Young's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. We talk so much about the stars in this league, Brent. Name some role players who, when they do get hot, they can be terrific.
Well, there's nobody better, and I think he's ripped out a page from Seattle's own Jamal Crawford.
I know
there's been nobody better in the last couple of years than what Lou Williams has represented for the Clippers. He's had scoring performances, Kevin, and you've been witness to them courtside, where it's just astounding that he can go and get where he wants to go and make the types of shots that he's been able to do. And this is a revelation because this is 7, 8, 9 years that he's been in the league, and he's doing this with such great impact and, thankfully, rightfully, been rewarded for it.
Butler with the ball, and Young picks him up defensively. Shot's good by Butler. Butler's got 6 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Collins. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Olynyk. And he may not have gotten the same attention as some of the other picks back in the 2017 draft, Greg, but John Collins out of Wake Forest has been outstanding thus far in his career.
Really one of the league's best kept secrets. Tremendous athleticism, also great hands, and just has a knack for moving to the open spot around that rim.
And that one falls for Collins. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
And so Collins nails both of them.
John Collins, an amazing young talent in this league, one of the best run and jump athletes that we have at that position. So fluid out there, gets out in transition, and that's where this Hawks team can really show its young talent.
Turner with the steal. And Turner with a clear path to the rack. A miss that time would have put him up.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Young with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. Jones against Olynyk. Pulls up on the elbow. Offensive rebound. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Jimmy Butler. For Atlanta, they have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
Jones. 2 shots.
Two.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And it's that quick second and third jump capability for Collins, Brent, that really stands out.
Makes you really tough to box out. You understand not only where your teammate's shot might miss, but your own shot on the inside. And John Collins can read where it's coming off the rim, get to the ball, get right back up and score.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point.
Well, some people looking at Atlanta and their situation in terms of the rebuild and wondering what direction they would go. They've made some pretty solid picks. Got John Collins at the 19th pick as a foundation piece, and then obviously drafting Trae Young and Kevin Huerter, relying on shooting on the perimeter, and things moving along swiftly in Atlanta.
Shooting one.
And John Collins, Brent, falling that late in the first round shows you how deep that draft was.
Now, some people thought it was going to be a slow rebuild in Atlanta. They've made some pretty good picks, grabbing Collins, as you mentioned, and then last year picking up Trae Young and Kevin Huerter in the draft and relying on some shooting. That number 19 has been pretty lucky so far for the Atlanta Hawks.
Hawks have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. And Young kicks to Jones. Back to Young. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Young's got the game tied up here for Atlanta.
The threat of Trae Young, we talk so much about gravity in the NBA. It's unlocking some other scoring options. Strong take.
Dragic the pass to Hero. Butler against Collins. Butler, no good.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Solid in transition. Hunter's eyes light up when he gets a chance to finish one of those off.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Well, Miami always has the reputation of going after guys who have a tremendous amount of grit and toughness. This team, still an example of that, as Eric Spoelstra is pulling and tugging at the fibers of these guys to get out there and consistently compete. That is something that both Spoelstra and Pat Riley, as president of the team, will always look for.
Alex Lenz check in for the Hawks. DeAndre Bembry comes in for Kevin Huerter. Here's Nunn. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Butler passes to Nunn. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And probably Pat Riley's crowning achievement, assembling the big 3 in Miami.
Well, an unbelievable summer that had the league just flipping its collective lid as LeBron James joined Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh down in Miami. Generational talents coming together to the tune of 2 NBA titles.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Dion Waiters checked in for Jimmy Butler. And the second free throw, good.
And when Kyle Korver played for Atlanta, he set a league record with at least 1 3-pointer in 127 consecutive games.
And to think that you just wouldn't have one of those nights where nothing was going in. 127 is pretty impressive. Record was broken eventually by Steph Curry in 2016. But for Atlanta, that 127 is still a team record. And you wonder if one Trae Young might have his eyes set on it.
13 feet away. Winslow's shot is off.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Jabari Parker. What's the news, David?
Thanks, Kevin. I got some news from the Hawks' head athletic trainer. He said that he does have a broken nose. It's definitely a painful injury, but not a worst-case scenario. Obviously, they can't afford to lose him. This would be devastating for this team. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
Man, not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
Yeah, and this makes it particularly rough for this team. Other teammates now are going to have to step up, and it seems like it's going to be an extended period of time, so not easy to do.
Miami trailing. And 101 left in the first half. The pass to Waiters. Clock at 6. Right wing. There's the triple. Winslow's shot is off. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Young lays it up and banks it in. Young's got the lead up to 3 now for Atlanta.
Ridiculous handles there. How effective is he at creating opportunities?
Waiters with the ball. He's picked up by Collins. Waiters passes to Adebayo.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for the Heat, Bam Adebayo. 2 shots. Under 6.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. That one falls, so he hits both of them. There's 18 seconds left now here in the second. Now Young. 32 points for him last game against Cleveland. Jacks up a 3.
Winslow with a stellar effort on defense there. That shot attempt was not easy.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Hawks ahead, leading by just 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style. Jimmy, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, so far, they've taken care of their business here at home. It's something you might expect, but it's not a given. We'll see if they can keep that up in the second half.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice shots. Those are some much-needed points, and it keeps them right in there. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Go over there.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. John Collins is out there with Jones, and it's Turner in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. Count it. Good. Herter's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Hawks.
Herter also comfortable getting physical and scoring against the defense, not just showing that he shoots it.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Herter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. For the lead, Shots good from Butler. Butler's got 11 points.
And it's really easy to appreciate Butler. I mean, especially how he just fends off contact on those difficult attempts.
Herter passes to Collins. Young from outside gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 9, and not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
Hero passes to Butler. 16 feet away. The rebound by Young.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And you look at Jimmy Butler. Goes about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, as good as he is offensively, the challenge for Trae Young as the years go on here is to stand up defensively and shut down whoever he's guarding. Small and slender. If he can become just a little bit above average on that floor, that's a huge win for the entire team.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. And he said he's eager to change the narrative about his defensive shortcomings. But, Brent, what does Trae Young need to do to improve there?
Well, I think he has to look at the approach that Steph Curry had. You remember with the Warriors, a lot of questions about Steph not being able to guard his position and shifting off with Clay. Well, Trae's got to accept that challenge as much as he's trying to lead this team offensively. If he can show defensively he can be consistent, that's going to go a long way for these young Hawks.
Dragic finds Butler. There's the lob to the hoop. It's stolen by Jones. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Drawing a foul down low. Trae Young earning that trip to the line. Maybe not a super athlete or at least a hyper athlete in the Westbrook mode, but Trae Young's ball handling ability does some incredible things for him out there on the floor to create space and help him change pace for those kind of angles where he can score.
That free throw good from Young. And you love the aggressiveness of Young, tacking off the dribble, and Brent, for his size, able to finish inside.
Well, he can get to the inside. He can shake guys loose. It's his ability to see the floor, Kevin, but it still comes down to that range where Trae Young has confidence to pull up from just about anywhere to get his offense going.
The Heat trail by 5. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Hero. And the rejection by Collins.
Oh, sir. Collins sending that one away.
And Miami making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Here's Butler. He's got 11. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Hero. Over Reddish. Hero, no good.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Count it. 14 points for Trae Young.
Trae Young looking like one of those young players who on a nightly basis gives you something you haven't seen before.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Butler. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Greg, when you look at the top perimeter defenders in the game today, how high does Jimmy Butler rank on that list?
Look, he's in the top handful, no doubt about it. Multiple all-defense selections. He is a true two-way terror.
That free throw good from Butler.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, a tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
Jabari Parker's checked in for Collins. And so Butler nails both of them.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Pass to Jones. Offensive rebound. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Now, team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
The Heat making a switch here. Winslow's checked in.
One shot.
That one misses for Jones. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Miami. 7-point differential. Hero no good.
And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
And he gets it to go.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Dragic the pass to Hero. Pass to Adebayo. He feeds it to Dragic. Heat moving the ball around. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Adebayo throws it down. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Yeah, there's a good indicator of Winslow and his feel for the game. I like how much he makes a concentrated effort to get the ball right there to the open man.
Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds. The Heat in 5th.
And just having a terrific year on the offensive glass, it's because everybody buys in. Not just the big men, but even the guards are getting in on the act.
First one falls for him.
Parker continues to work, always wanting to get better. Always thought of as a high motor player.
And the Hawks making a change here. Hunter's checked in. And Parker drops them both. Here's Hero. Now the pass to Dragic. Looking to get back on track here. And Jones sends it back.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Someone's open. Trae Young scanning and finds him.
Dragic the pass to Adebayo. Kicks to Winslow. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his first personal foul.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Justice Winslow. 2 shots.
That's good from Winslow.
So much intrigue around Justice Winslow, who's still trying to find the right position in the NBA. Last year, a lot of it was at the point guard position as a wing.
Lenz checked in for Atlanta. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Will Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Will Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line.
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also, because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. Shots good from Young.
Trae Young not backing down from the physical defense on that play.
The Heat trail by 11. Here's Nunn. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Outside Leonard. Now the dish to Waiters. Shot clock at 5. Hit his foot. And the official saying it was kicked. Andre Bembry's checked in for Reddish.
DeAndre Bembry.
Adebayo against Len. Passes it to Winslow. 6 on the shot clock. No good off the back of the rim.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Young dishes to Parker. The 11-footer. That shot misses. Now the Heat take it the other way. Guys, their comeback bid had better get started.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one.
Left side, Waiters. The shot from 20 feet away. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
This is where the remake of his game is paying off. Leonard now one of the better catch-and-shoot bigs in the NBA.
Young with the ball. He's got 18. Another shot. And no problem from Len as he finishes at the rim. And the Hawks lead by 11.
This guy's got a great nose for the offensive glass, and I like how he used those long arms that time to reach up, snag that rebound.
Timeout called, the Heat.
And Coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
I'm on another tip. I'm skin so tense, strength on strength, 1 to 10 against me. I won't break, I don't bend. Watch your statements, guard your chin, guard your heart, guard your light. Find your sin, mind your likeness. You doing without, cause you ain't looking within. But if you ever in doubt, get a suspend. Yeah, for life, baby, I'm just for you. Baby girl, I'm your soldier. Tripping like this, black and tough wonder.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for the Hawks. Heat also with a sub. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Leonard. The Heat trail by 11. Pass to Waiters. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
Free throw good. Adebayo. And so he hits both. Atlanta leading by 9. And Young kicks to Parker. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Parker getting more comfortable in his early stages of his career with drawing contact on the inside.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Jabari Parker. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. There's 1:47 left in the third. Nunn passes to Winslow. And here is Waiters. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Winslow's shot is off.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Heat trail by 10. 1:10 left in the third quarter of the game. And stolen by Hunter. Pass to Bembry. He kicks to Young. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Bembry. He dishes it to Parker. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
So you draw the defense into you deep, and then you wait, and then you get confident down low to draw contact.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And the Hawks making a change here. Collins is checked in. The Heat also with a sub. Butler's checked in. And Parker drops them both. Here's Nunn. They're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
I think it's be a mistake to let the shot clock get under 10 seconds from here on out.
Butler against Parker. Back to Winslow. And Olynyk kicks to Butler. Fires for 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Collins has got rebound number 8 now on the night. But they recover it. Herter, no good. Now here's Winslow. Adebayo passes to Olynyk. Here's Nunn. Missed.
And really, Hunter can guard every position. This is something that makes him incredibly valuable.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Hawks lead by 12. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
Let's get this next bucket, and we got to put together a string right now.
It's all right here in the head. It's right here in the head. Stay connected.
Greg urging his team to go on a run here.
I mean, they have what it takes, and Coach Spo right now just trying to spark a fire in his group.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Heat, in the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Justice Winslow, and it's Nunn in at the 2. Winslow, in it goes for the 5th time, and 10 shots for him this game.
You know, sometimes you wonder how great defenders, when they play offense, know how to take advantage of good defense. Winslow did there.
Here's Bembry. Dishes it to Collins. Here's Herter. Back to Collins. It's blocked. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Winslow against Turner. Winslow, the pass to Nunn. Outside Butler. Good on the shot, and that shaved the lead to single digits.
And Butler, just a seasoned vet, someone who's not going to panic when that clock is up against him. I love how under control he stays.
Bembry kicks to Parker. A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. That one doesn't drop.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
Here's Nunn. The pass to Butler. He shoots again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You just can't fall for Butler's shot fake. Once he has you up in the air, he is really skilled at drawing the foul.
2 shots. Under 6.
And the first one at the line is good for the Hawks. Damian Jones comes in for Jabari Parker. And it's Reddish in for Bembry. Heroes checked in for Miami. Dragic comes in for Justice Winslow. And so Butler nails both of them. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Reddish the pass to Herter. Turner looking around. The Hawks working the ball around. Now Reddish. Second chance shot, and the layup good by Collins. And the Hawks lead by 8.
Yeah, that's where John Collins sets up shop down in the paint, quick and athletic, able to corral the miss.
Here's Hero. He's guarded by Collins. Shoots the 3. But they'll get another chance.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Now here's Reddish. Guarded closely. A baseline J, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. Collins has got 4 points this quarter.
Collins showing now he's got a little bit of touch from that range.
Dragic the pass to Hero. Drills the 3-pointer.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Herter passes to Turner. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Evan Turner was not going to be denied. The decision was to drive, and he stuck with it there.
Evan Turner. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. He's off on the second. The Heat trail by 6. Passes to Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Up top, Dragic. Turner covering. Here's Hero. Over Collins. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Young's checked in for Reddish. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Back to Jones. And it's Miami with the rebound. A step-back shot here. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Hero.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
Here's Young. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
You just can't take Trae Young lightly from anywhere on the floor. These kind of shots will help him get into a rhythm.
Dragic against Turner. Dragic the pass to Butler. That one goes in. Butler's got 19 points.
Now, some guys have a hard time finding their teammates in those possessions. Dragic is always looking to dish to get it to the open man.
Young taking his time here. And the basket good. A back shot that time. Young's got 16 points here in the second half.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Timeout called the Heat. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
They got to be using this timeout to think about a personnel change or a game plan change to try to slow him down.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Trae Young.
And it's been a terrific night for him in terms of the scoreboard. They've run a bunch of sets for him, and he's continued to come through. Scoring as well as he has, it's taken a lot of pressure off the rest of his teammates.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If we make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Here's Butler, and the layup's good off the glass. Butler's got 8 points in the quarter. The Hawks leading by 4. And Young kicks to Collins. Pass to Turner. Back to Collins. Here's Herter. No good on the triple. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Hero passes to Olynyk. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
The Hawks have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. The pass to Young. Six to shoot. And they pick up 2. Young's got 24 points.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
Atlanta on D. Here's Hero. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his 2nd personal foul. Shooting for Miami. Hero. Taking 2 shots. Thunder sticks.
Two shots.
And he makes the first. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Dragic. And now here's Dragic, the fast break chance to tie it up. Rebound, Atlanta. Young's got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the inside, Collins. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Collins has got 6 in the quarter.
Collins not the first option, but wow, stepping up.
Dragic with it. Olynyk high post. Poked away. Clock at 6. Butler with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. From deep. They get it back. Here's Olynyk. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Olynyk up and down at the free throw line early in his career, but with his touch, he's bound to become more consistent.
Kelly Olynyk. 2 shots. Thunder sticks.
Two shots.
And that one falls for Olynyk. He doesn't get the second one.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
And finished off by Collins.
You got to keep the ball moving, and that time Herder's pass leads to an open look.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Turner against Butler. Shoots over Turner. Misses off the left iron.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Young's shot is off.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. .127 left in the fourth quarter. Butler against Turner. Back to Dragic. From outside the arc, hits the three-point bomb.
Well, what a tremendous shot from Dragic there. He is defining clutch.
Young against Dragic. From past the arc. And Trae Young hits from deep. Young's got 27.
It's in. Trae Young comes up huge this time, looking like the go-to guy.
Butler against Turner. Butler goes in. Evan Turner pulls it in. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
And the Heat call time here. They trail by 8. There's 47 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Herter. And he banks in the layup. And it's a 10-point Hawks lead.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Butler kicks to Dragic. And just miss after miss right now. Atlanta with the ball. The clock now can just run out for the Hawks. Young against Dragic. Young outside. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Jabari, looks like you're getting back in stride, and you have certainly had adversity with the knee injuries the last few years. How have you been able to battle through them?
It's been tough, to tell you the truth, but, you know, the race is not won to the swift, but the one to endure, so I'm trying to keep that motive.
You have certainly endured and thrived, Jabari. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.